I was just recently in Japan for the LUMIX Global Summit when they announced the LUMIX S9. Now, I asked a ton of my friends and content creators what their favorite feature was on this camera and who they would recommend it for, and that's in this video. I'm in Japan, which is crazy to say, with Emily from Micro for Nerds. This is the camera, the LUMIX S9, the compact mirrorless camera, which I assumed this was gonna be your all-time favorite camera. So what are your thoughts, being the one who's been screaming at the top of your lungs you wanted this camera?
So the form factor is incredible. Fun colors, right up my street.
Yep.
But I like that it's still a very high performance camera. You've not
super capable.
You've not sacrificed too much for it. And yeah, I think the thing that's exciting for me is getting to grips with real-time LUT a little bit more and having a faster workflow from shooting to phone to online. I'm very excited to see how that all works.
And then who would you recommend this camera for? It is very capable. A lot of people are saying it's the content creator camera, everyday camera. Who do you think this camera could be for?
I think everyday carry, it's a great option because it is small and it is a little bit more affordable than, say, the S5 II.
Right.
And people that are maybe coming from crop sensors, people who maybe want phase detect autofocus for a change. Yeah, I think there's a lot to like about this camera.
I've heard some people compare this being the cheap, affordable Leica camera.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we've got Leica monochrome built in as well. It does look sort of Leica-y
Sort
if
of
you
Leica-y.
squint.
Yeah, if you're squinting, it looks like it. It's a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable compared to Leica. LUMIX S9 Mark II. This is the popular color right now, it's green.
Yeah, I think most of us
Most of us all switch to green, but what is your favorite feature on this camera?
My favorite feature on this camera is that super zoom.
Yes, the
Feature
hybrid
wise,
zoom.
yeah.
For photo or video?
For both, really.
Have you done it with, okay.
I've done it with photo, just like, and I know I could crop in, but there seems to be some AI processing.
Yeah, it seems like there's some type of sharpening going on.
Right. And I don't know if I'd print it, but for social media, yeah. Like, I just all of a sudden I've got
just a 2 megapixel photo.
I've got a pseudo wildlife lens with the 28 to 200.
Yeah.
Right now I'm rocking the 18, but I just had to switch it up. So.
And who do you think this camera is for?
It's a great entry-level camera, but personally, like, I want it just for me. Like, anytime I'm not doing something hyper-professional, like, this is going to be my go-to.
Camping camera. Yeah, family camera.
Now the messed up part is like, or the great part is that Lumix is always like throwing stuff in. And so in 6K, I think you have like around 9 or 10 minutes of record time.
Right.
In 4K, you have 15, and then in 1080, you have 20.
Yeah.
And so really, like, on set, if I need a camera to like go run and do B-roll,
right,
or just get some interesting shots with the zoom transitions that could go on with.
Or have someone on the team grab BTS photos, BTS videos. Hey, here's a small camera.
It has a place on set, oddly, because they didn't really like sandbag any of the features on it.
Right, yeah. We're in Osaka. Technically we're in Kyoto, but we have the new LUMIX camera, which is something. We are in public.
Can't talk about it right now because there are people around.
Yes, but what's your favorite feature on this camera?
I think my favorite feature right now is the embracing of real-time LUT. I know with like the JPEG kind of people of the world, they like to bake in their shots.
Right.
And so having the ability to do that and then also be able to stack LUTs is kind of cool.
Stacking LUTs, that's insane. I know we've talked about it where you can use one LUT to convert your footage from
to like a Rec 709 and then a finishing LUT after that.
Yes, or you can do vlog to an ARRI log and then have a baked in ARRI log LUT on the camera.
Right.
But I think on top of that, there's like, I think you're right. The embracement of adding real-time LUT to this camera and just embracing this as a content creator camera is like a big thing LUMIX has done. Who would you recommend this to? Like right now, and you're like, if you're looking for a camera, I would recommend this.
I like it for street photography. I like it a lot for street photography. Travel, content creator, maybe, probably. But I like it more for travel and street photography. The only exception may be the electronic shutter only. Some people don't like that for street photography, but I think you can live without it.
You can live without it.
Maybe not do night street photography.
Yeah, but I don't know. My night photos have been turning out sick. And I've been doing long exposure photos.
There you go.
So, what is your favorite feature on this camera?
My favorite feature has to be real-time LUTs. Like, that's the feature I really wanted to see on a portable LUMIX camera. So
And who do you think this camera is for? And who would you personally recommend get this camera?
Yeah, I think this camera is perfect for those people that have been using Lumix cameras and, you know, are used to the big bodies like the 2X, that's a bit bigger. But they want something fresh, something new that they can enjoy for, you know, for fun, for traveling and just having, you know, a bit of fun with the camera. It feels different, it feels fresh and new. So I think people that used Lumix before will really enjoy this.
Yeah.
And have
it's like a
fun.
good everyday carry as well.
It is. It's super small.
Super small, throw in your bag.
Pair it with the bright lenses like
and
the
then
Prime.
go. Yeah.
So good.
So we're in Japan with Josh here.
Hello.
I haven't even gotten to see him this much. This is like my first time seeing you this entire trip, feels like.
Yeah, I know, because it's been so intense.
So intense.
Yeah, there's
so
been
much
so
stuff.
much going on, yeah.
So we've had this only for a couple days now. What is your favorite feature on this camera?
I have to say the hybrid zoom function is next level. I mean, I absolutely love the 28-200.
Yep.
When it was announced, I was like, this is a perfect everyday carry lens for most, you know, sort of just people, hobbyists that want to go out and shoot things with their family and friends.
Yeah.
And now you can get even more reach with the E-stabilization set to higher. It is insane for stabilization.
Are you using it mostly for video or for photo?
I see myself using it for both, to be honest. I mean, I really love street photography, but to be honest, if I'm gonna be going out and getting, let's say, product shots or some example shots for lens reviews and stuff, it's gonna be so much easier to bring this out than the S5 II. 60, all that
and
sort
the
of
photos
stuff.
look so good.
They look insane. I
like
mean,
at a 624 mil, they look perfect for social.
Exactly, and I think that's the entire point of this camera, is it's meant to be something that you can just quickly get the shot you want, post it instantly without much sort of, what's the word, friction, you know?
And who would you recommend this camera for then?
I'd say anyone that doesn't like the fuss of having a big camera yet still wants good image quality. So let's say, for example, you're trying to step up your game from phones or maybe a crop sensor camera. You want something small that can still do both photo and video very well, but maybe doesn't have all the pro features that you probably wouldn't even use anyway. I'd say it's just a fantastic camera for pretty much anyone, to be honest. If you're shooting interviews, and of course, the time limits on the recording will probably affect that. But again, I don't think it's been designed to be a workhorse camera. I think it's designed to be that fun one that you always have with you.
The everyday carry.
Yeah.
Lumix S9, what is your favorite feature on this camera?
I think for me, it's the speed at which I can get it onto my phone, because it's just instant. Being able to use that 5G in the Wi-Fi, instant. It's basically instant. You take the picture, boom, it's on my phone. Take a video, and it's on my phone in 4K.
And then being able to edit that video and edit that photo in real time.
It's amazing. It's everything that I kind of wanted. I was just talking about it just the other day. I was like, is there an app out there where I can work on my photos, work on my video, and have it out right away? Here it is.
It's also cool that you can create a look on the app as well. So you can create it and then transfer that over to the camera.
Exactly. It's pretty
amazing.
sweet. It's really cool.
Who would you recommend this camera to?
Personally, I would probably bring it to somebody who's wanting to get stuff out fast. Like myself, if I'm out snowboarding with somebody and I want to be able to see that nice powder shot on that day and just show people, hey, you're missing out on this. It's happening at 8 a.m. right now. That's the kind of stuff that you want. Something quick, something that's just right out there and it's still high quality.
So, Lumix S9 is here. Dustin, what's your favorite feature on this camera?
Honestly, just its size, really.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite, though, like feature-wise, is the new app. Because I am terrible at sharing photos. Not even a joke. Like, I just don't share them because normally they're on my camera, then my computer, and then I just never edit them because I'm already too busy editing videos. But now I can go to the app and just boom, 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 post immediately.
And I feel like as a filmmaker who's not a photographer, being able to have some app integration with the whole real-time Luts, send over the photos, edit it on your phone, post it to social media, and call it done.
Exactly.
This is perfect for people who are like, I don't really want to be a professional photographer, but I do want to have sick photos.
Yeah, I just want to post
This is a great
cool
thing.
photos.
Who do you think this is a camera is for, though?
I mean, just anybody who's looking for a super light setup that you can just take anywhere and you want to get photos, even video. I've been shooting video in the 6K 24 open gate 420, just short clips because there's a limit, but I haven't had zero problems. Hasn't overheated, nothing.
So right now we are actually on the S9, which it's looking great. This is 6K 420 10-bit, which is the exact same Kodak as the S5 II. It does have a 10-minute record limit for this Kodak, which is not great, but
But for just short clips and
for short clips, travel.
For me, 90% of the time, I'm doing short clips.
Right. If
not doing anything over 10
If you're a vlogger,
minutes.
this is perfect.
Yep.
If you're like an Instagrammer or short form creator, this is a perfect content creator camera for that.
Yep. Just talking heads. That's the only thing you can't really do,
Sweet.
which we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So
maybe you can.
we broke the rules.
Jamie.
Hey.
So you are more of a photographer than, which is most people here are all filmmakers and videographers.
Yeah.
So from a photographer perspective, what's your favorite thing about this camera?
I know it's like the popular thing right now, but the hyper zoom is like killer.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, it's like for travel. Like you can take one lens
Yep.
and have like 4 times as much reach as you would have normally. It's
And I think
crazy.
it's cool is like if you also shoot in RAW/fine, the fine photo or the JPEG photo has the zoom, the extra zoom. And if you're like, don't like the extra zoom, the RAW photo doesn't have it on.
Yeah.
So then as a photographer, who would you recommend this to for photographers?
Anyone just getting started. I think now like, you know, having that direct access to your photos to like share with like the real-time LUTs and all of the different like LUT applications is a huge plus. And it, yeah.
Well,
like
what's
bridges the gap between like phones and cameras like that much more.
And what's your go-to lens on this?
Right now I've got the 28-200, I think, which is also the favorite.
28-200 is super nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to put this part in, but if the 18 and 40, that's gonna be so much fun having that autofocus smaller than this prime lens, being like half the size.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
And it's like an f4.5, which is actually not bad for a pancake lens.
No, yeah,
it's gonna be a
crazy.
perfect travel camera.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Of
like
course
and
it is.
subscribe.
Yours is so tight. Zoom out. I only have 10 minutes of recording. I do not have 30. LUMIX S9. What do you think about it? What do you like about it? What's your favorite feature?
Okay, so my favorite feature of this S9 is probably the hybrid zoom, I would say.
That is a sick feature.
Okay, so that turns your 28-200, you know,
into a
zoom into a 28 to like 600 and
24, I think.
624
for photo mode only.
This is, let's call it for what it is. I mean, it's a content creator camera, right?
It is.
So it's
for vertical creators, I would say.
And I mean, you have the MP4 Lite that you can use to you know, basically direct upload.
You did that today.
Yeah, I was just checking the workflow, see how fast I could, you know, make a little reel using that feature. I probably won't use the Lite very often, but I mean, I made a reel with this camera on my phone in probably like 10 minutes, and that's like 4 to 5 shots in that reel.
And I would say if you are someone who's already used to the CapCut workflow and like editing on a phone, both of us are computer editors probably.
Yep.
How much often do you use CapCut?
I mean, just for like phone stuff. Mostly.
Exactly. But
this will change that.
This will change that to real-time LUT with a video, sending it to your phone, and being able to edit an entire little Instagram reel or vertical short.
It really is a fast workflow if you get that workflow down right.
Right. So in the comments below, I'd love to hear your guys' favorite feature on the S9 and if you would buy it or what is missing from this camera that you would wish was in the camera itself. If you do want to check out my entire detailed review on this camera, you can check out that video right here. And then YouTube recommends you might like this video right here. Until the next one, guys, peace.